So we're finally to the part of making the aluminum bed panel. This is how it's coming so far. We have it all welded together, top and bottom, and some of the insides on the corners here. Using an aluminum spool gun on a MIG welder is, in my opinion, probably one of the hardest ways to MIG weld. And I made the mistake of trading the 75-25 gas that's used for welding steel for an argon tank right out of the gate. So I've only been practicing with aluminum, which this thin of aluminum is very tricky to not burn through with a spool gun MIG welder setup. So it took me some trial and error. I have a project I actually made for my wife over here out of all the pieces I was using to learn how to weld. This is the original. This is what I originally was practicing on. You can see those are pretty rough. None of this is obviously finished. This is how it progressed over time. And then I started getting creative when I got bored here. But that is the update so far. As soon as I get this all jointed, all of the joints welded up here, and cleaned up, then it'll be time to side this panel with the Luan on the top, and then put the foam in between, and then put it on the camper and wrap it up in the siding, and the bottom of the front section should be complete. It should be lighter and stronger. And I got to learn how to weld. So there's been a battle just to learn how to do this, so that's why this is taking longer than expected. But I'm pretty happy with the finished product. So right now I'm just fitting the foam in between, and then we're gonna sandwich this between a piece of Luan for the bottom and a piece of 1/4-inch ply for the top. And then this will be our bed panel. But this is the next section. We have to rip all of these pieces here on the table saw, and then once we get the panel put together, we finally get to start piecing the front of this together. So that's it for now. I'll give you another update soon. Hey there, guys. So this is the foam is all installed and cut to size. It's looking pretty good. Now we just have to glue the two pieces of plywood onto each side and sandwich it together. Hey guys, doing a quick update here. I had to weld these together because they popped loose when we were replacing the sidewall panels. So I was trying to avoid welding on the actual frame, but we have it squared out on the corner there, and then this is what's keeping it up and square while I'm welding it back together. You never know what you're gonna run into when you're repairing a truck camper. Cut this piece of 1 by 1, 1/8 inch thick aluminum, put it in the spot. I just got done welding up all the corners on the front there, so I'm gonna put this in so it holds its structure straight. For whatever reason it's sagging. So that's the update. Wish me luck. Alright guys, here's the update. I've got it welded up. I just have to clean up the welds on both sides. I reinforced that. They're not the prettiest welds, but they'll hold. They're already holding the whole frame up. But I just added this piece here for structure. Alright, there's the update. Hey guys, so this is what's on the agenda today. Me and my brother are putting the entire sleeper section roof together. We're gonna get that installed, and then the next piece we're gonna have to do is the 2 Luan panels that go on the inside walls of the sleeper section. If we get that installed and glued, then we can put the rest of the panels on and get the nose put back together. I'm going to be updating you guys as the day goes on, so I'm hoping we can get that far, but if we can't, we'll get that far tomorrow. Either way, this camper is going back together this week, so I'll give you updates. Bye. Hey guys, so this is the update so far. I've cleaned up all of the edges here, so we're gonna go ahead and sheet the inside here with Luan, and then that side as well. I already had the foam cut. I showed you that in an earlier clip. So I just pulled the foam out so I could clean up the edges there. This is the roof panel right here. It's actually at an angle. You can see it's been cut at an angle. The roof actually has a slight concave or convex angle. But that's the roof panel. So we finally have all the panels together and assembled. We just have to do the side panel Luan, and then we can start gluing and binding the whole front section up. So that's the update. So in the upper left section of the screen where that angle in the roof goes up, we're trying to get it square up to the camper and get that angle cut right. And then the bottom is already going to be square if the side is square, and then we can just route out the top and the front nose section. So that's what we're doing here, is we're taking the router at that certain depth with the correct router bit, and we're going around it and just cutting out two sides, the front section panel there. So at this point, both sides have been sprayed with adhesive. The frame has been sprayed with adhesive and the plywood, and then the foam that goes on top. You have to give it a second to become kind of dry to the touch and tacky before you apply it, or it won't adhere right. Hey guys, so here's the conclusion of our episode. We've made the inside Luan section for the sleeper sofa or the sleeper section walls. We've cut them to size, made sure they're square, and then glued it all up, and then glued the foam into the inside here. So we just have the outer Luan section and then the fiberglass section to do on the outside. We've made the roof section. That's over here on the table. Actually, I think it's leaning up on the back of the RV. Yeah, this is the roof section. It's got this curve, you know, obviously, so the rain can wick off the sides. This is the glue spraying apparatus we have here for applying the adhesive. We're using 3M 70 because it's safe on foam for the inside layer. And then on the outside layer, we're going to use 3M 70, and then we're going to go over it with the 3M 94, I believe. And then that's the adhesives we're using. So we're going to put the roof on today and start piecing the nose together. So that's the update. Thanks, guys.